What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, man? How y'all doing? Had to get the fresh little cut it off myself, just to put that out there. Um, what I want to speak on, I want to speak on American women and the comparisons between American women and overseas women. Now, with American women, yes, fellas, I know they are a piece of work and stuff. Now, if some of these overseas places, they can be kind of, rough too. You go to some places like Jamaica, they have that attention mindset. I think a lot of the attention is really came from Jamaica. So there are some places that are like that. That's on that. But when you deal with American women, it's it's definitely a difficult task for the most part, especially if you're a regular dude. You have regular money, regular job. You are going to get a hard time from chicks because a lot of American women have this mindset of being taken care of them, but yet they want to have this independent mentality, but yet they still want a man to take care of them. So it's like all over the place. You know what I'm saying? And things should be 50-50 in my book. And with a lot of American women, they don't like things 50-50. They want, a lot of the time they want the man to pay, or most of the time, and they don't want to pay nothing. Now there are women that will pay, that will be on the 50% thing. And not all American women are the same, just like how all overseas women are not the same. That's true. That's very true. Because there are some American women that will be down, that will pay half or will pay more. Which, hey, I'm trying to find chicks like that. But hey, it's all good. But not to say I wouldn't pay too, but I don't have a problem paying, long as it's at least 50% of the pay, or if she paying more just by a tad or more. But if I'm paying more, or if I'm paying every time I'm paying, then that's a problem. That's a problem. So with American women, it's all about bank. It's all about, what type of job you have, how you look. It's just, what kind of car you drive. You know what I'm saying? It's just the clothes. It's just a lot of things too. With American women, and it's hard to find a good one. It's very hard. It's hard to find a good woman, period, wherever you go. Now with overseas women, now I hate to say this though, and I know American women are going to be mad at me, but a lot of these overseas women bring more to the table, and they know their roles. Now when I mean know their roles, they know how to take care of a man, and they have their wifely duties or women duties or whatever you want to call it. With American women, some have that, but then there's a lot of women that have that man mindset from the head simp in charge, Steve Harvey, and all these books and movies and feminist stuff that's telling them to do this. But then at the same time, all of these things are going to be the reason why American men are not going to deal with you. Now I know with some American women, they'll probably think the same thing of, well, overseas women, overseas men, they look better than y'all, and they bring more to the table, and and stuff like that. Now I don't know anything about that. I've heard that from what women say, but still, most of them dudes down there not gonna really feel you like that. Like, kind of like how American dudes is like out here. Some overseas men heard about how American women are and their attitudes and stuff like that. Overseas women don't have, depending on where you go, they will have a type of attitude as American women do when you step up to them. Because some overseas women, they'll be kind, they'll shake your hand. Even if they ain't feeling you, they'll have a nice conversation with you. Someone will give you their numbers, and be friends with you and stuff like that. And it's just a nice, if you go overseas, it's a nice environment down there. Plus it's a lot warmer. Women are more likely in shape overseas than they are American women, because American women, it's a lot of out of shape women. But then there's a lot of out of shape men in America too. I'm not going to be just one-sided. There's a lot of out of shape men too. But then there's just a lot of out of shape people in America, period. So, but then there's some overseas down there too. But for the majority of the part, depending on where you go, most of the women are in great shape. Great shape. Because then you'll have American women like, oh, we in good shape too and stuff. But at the same time, okay, so if y'all in good shape, then why are you doing all these overseas workouts and these Brazilian butt lifts and all that stuff to try to get a foreign booty? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. But overseas women will greet you and say how you doing and have a smile on their face, say welcome home and stuff like that. And it's such a wonderful environment when you go overseas. Fellas, if you have not been overseas, go. Now, there are some downfalls going overseas. Now, when some of these overseas chicks see certain American men, they will automatically think you are tricking and that you have money. Now, and then some overseas women do have diseases. Just like American women will have diseases, these overseas women will have diseases too, especially if you in the Caribbean or if you in South America. These women will have diseases too. Don't get that shit twisted. Do not get that shit twisted. Or you will have guys come up to you trying to, especially if you're an American, they'll try different ways to try to get females up in your hotel room, and then all of a sudden you're going to be robbed and they're going to take everything and your passport and stuff like that. So watch out for stuff like that. When I went to Aruba, it was this dude that came up to me while I was walking past, because I was walking around Aruba and stuff, get to know just seeing how it is. And I just happened to pass this Hooters. Hey, I passed it. I didn't go inside. And this dude came up to me. He said, "Hey man, are you from America?" And I say, "Yeah, I'm from America. I say, "How you doing?" And then he tried to wanted to know where I was, where I stayed with, and I was kind of leery about that too. I say, "Yo, I'm staying in a hotel." He's like, "Oh man, I got some women, man. They can come straight to your hotel and everything like that." And I'm thinking, like, and I heard about the stuff that goes on overseas, so I said, "Nah, man, I ain't gonna do that. Can't do that. Plus, I got family. You know, I'm with my family here, so I can't do all that. I can't fuck no chick, and then while my family is in the room, you know, I can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do that. No, will not do it. Nope, 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 nope. Plus, I'm not gonna have y'all rob me. And plus, you gotta watch out for these people that's in these hotels too. These women, these overseas women in these that work in these hotels, while they cleaning your room, they will clean out your shit. So if you got a safe, because some places have like a safe or whatever, but watch out for that, because sometimes some of these overseas women will fuck you more than and leave you in a ditch more than these American women. But it's just women in general is just, you got to really watch out for. But American women, They are a piece of fucking work. I will tell you that. And a lot of the times these women are a piece of work. Yes, I must say it is because of these thirsty dudes. They put the mindset in these women that they are the shit. They don't need to work out. They don't need to do nothing. They splurge their money. They expect all this stuff get done to them. And sooner or later, I will not be surprised in a few more years that the same shit is going to happen overseas. Because this tricking mentality is going to go overseas, and then they going to fuck around and have that mindset. Now, don't get it twisted too, fellas. These overseas places do have American channels, okay? Like, I was in Aruba, they hotel room have mostly, they have mostly New York channels. Because I think that's the closest city in America that's close to them. I think it's New York. I think it's New York. So, so they have mostly their stations. But when you in places like the Caribbean and overseas, you gotta watch your back, man. You definitely gotta watch your back. So, especially with these chicks now, they have, again, overseas women are way better looking than American women. Even American women can't deny that shit. They can't deny that. It's true. If American women say that's not true, they're lying and they need to kill themselves. Because overseas women are way better looking and they bring more to the table than American women. They bring more. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It's the truth. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that, you know, it's some American women that, you know, that look nice, that are in shape, but the majority of American women are overweight, are obese, are not in good shape. But it's dudes that are telling them that they look good the way that they are, so they're not going to change. So if they're not going to change, this is just how it's going to be. And it's because of dudes that these women have this mindset. If guys didn't tell them all this stuff and didn't play them and all this other stuff, then they wouldn't have this mindset. If you cats weren't so ignorant and dumb, they wouldn't be, you know, like this. It would be a whole lot better. They wouldn't have this feminist and independence and whatever you want to call it in America. But if you dudes had your heads on right, you know, things would be different. Now you got men wanting to go overseas, but then when you go overseas, you got to watch out for the same shit that's going to go down overseas. Now what the fuck is going to happen? If you got the same shit overseas, what you going to do, go back to America? You got to deal with that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, in certain places, you just, you know, with Brazil, you go to Brazil, you got to deal with a lot of female, even though there's some beautiful women in Brazil, but you still got to think about the disease rate, because there's a lot of STDs and AIDS and HIV in Brazil, and ain't nobody really know about that kind of shit. Dominican Republic, it could be the same shit there too. All these destinations that men want to go, most of those places have high HIV rates. Now so does America. It's a lot of women that have HIV, especially black women. Almost half or more than half of black women have an STD. And, you know, that's something to really think on, like, damn. So, 1 out of 2 women are going to have fucking a STD. And this makes you think, damn. You know, and why should I deal with them? But that's why you got to get tested. So if you're dealing with American women, you're dealing with overseas women, either which way you want to deal with it, get you a test, watch your back. At all times, they will set you up. Make sure you get your investigation done on these chicks, because there's some stuff that you might not know about that you really want to know. So, it's a big difference between American women and overseas women. Okay, so, depending on who you want to be with, if you love American women, make sure you got a good American girl who is not on no BS, who is not have an attitude all the time, who knows her role, who is working, who's not around no whack friends and family members and people telling her what to do, and just a female that's her, that's on some loyal shit, that know what she doing, know what she wants. Somebody that's not no hood rat or on no dumb ghetto shit. And somebody like that overseas too. Most overseas women do know their roles. They know how to take care of a man. They know what to expect. They'll cook. It's some American women that don't cook and, don't want to cook. But it's overseas women that can cook. You go to Puerto Rico or Mexico, all these places, France, Argentina, all these places that they can cook their asses off, and they are in nice shape. Now, some overseas places they not in good shape. Now, it's a lot of places in Mexico where it's a lot of women that are not in good shape. In some of these places, so got something to watch on. So, not all American women are bad. Not all overseas women are good. So, whatever you pick, do your research, watch your back, get your shit in order, because when you mess with women, make sure you get your shit in order first. You can't mess with women and you're fucking broke. You can't mess with any woman and you fucking broke. American women, Canadian women, Peruvian women, Puerto Rican women, Latin women, Asian, any type of woman you deal with, you cannot be on no broke shit. But at the same time, you can't splurge your money on these chicks as well. If they not bringing nothing to the table, don't deal with them. Don't deal with them. If they're not decent looking, at least don't deal with them. You do not want to go head over heels over a chick who's not even that tight, who is ugly, who is whack, who's not bringing anything to the table. You do not want to deal with a female like that. I don't want you guys to. I don't want you guys to complain than what you're already doing. And I know it seems like I'm complaining. I'm just giving you the truth. I've been overseas. I know how the stuff goes. So I'm just giving it back to you fellas. So, again, just know who you want to deal with. Get yourself tested. Be smart. Don't be on no dumb shit. And do what you gotta do. If you travel, men, I suggest every one of you guys travel to get to see not only just the women, but to just see how it is to just get out of the country and enjoy the weather and the people, because overseas the people are so nice. So nice. They greet you, they say welcome home. It's just a good feeling. In America, you can't do that. They don't want your ass around. They're like, what you want? Huh? You can't even look at a person. You look at a person, they give you the bit of beer face. So America, is down on the respect level. Overseas, they respect you, they respect everybody. A lot of the times, there's not a lot of crime in some places. Aruba, especially Aruba's like 2 or 3% crime rate. A lot of these Caribbean places, they just have love for each other. America, we don't have no love for each other. We hate each other to a passion. But hopefully that should have changed. But I had to give you this video, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all in a minute, man. Peace.